Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Captain of Industry. So we are having a bit of a stable situation at the moment and we're expanding in terms of our population at least. We can send out the ship again to go and fight off some other bad boys over here. 2 ships over there at 170. I think that's okay. Over here we've got 2 at 170. Over here we've got the 1. So let's go and grab the 1 over there. Slowly go and kick some butt. And get them out of the way. What else do we have over here? Nothing, so that's all good. Now, we're currently trying to do the research fairly quickly, so that's what's going on over here. I just need to keep an eye on it so we don't run out of stuff. But I guess it's all looking pretty good. The rubber is the biggest issue every now and again. Tree harvester has no trees to harvest, so let's continue our harvesting operation of the trees. I guess the next slither we're going to take out is maybe that spot there. And then we can maybe take out this spot over here. And because there's enough room here for us to start the process of expanding our refinery if we need to. The ship is in battle. It's a tiny little ship that we're up against. So hopefully we'll clear that out pretty quickly. Yeah, we've got good stuff going on here. Clear that out. What is this giving us? We've got another oil rig. That's good. That's fine. Can we move on into that area? Let's continue and explore that spot as well. Maybe we can fight off something else over there or find something else that's useful to us. We do need a source of... So we've found a sulfur mine. We found an oil rig. There's another oil rig. I think we need a water well and we need a lumber yard. There's a few things that we actively need, so we'll continue to say there's some other kind of settlements as well. I think exploration is in progress over here. Food-wise, we should be okay, but we now have some other bits and pieces, right? We've collected some soybeans. Oh yes, yet another battle. Can we win this battle? 2 scout ships, we should be okay. I think we should be okay to grab these 2. Ooh, maybe not. No, we are, but only just. Picked up some scrap, really. Anyway, that's fine. That is fine. We still need a forestry tower. We still need so many other bits and pieces. We're trying to dig this out. We're trying to expand this area over here. So I think the thinking was build our settlement over there. I can't really remember what the original planning thinking was. These are growing. I do wonder. So we're doing... yeah. So we're definitely doing a little bit more vegetables than we're doing potatoes. But that's okay. I think the potatoes are so good that we are doing that pretty quickly and effectively. Now, going back to the research, I'm just seeing, so we haven't done fertilizer at all. We've got the boilers here. We do need to do construction parts 3. And then we get the large vehicles. Yeah, so that's one of the things that we're going to need to do. Recycling, compactor, trains. Trains is on our doorstep. Water recovery. From steam, that's something we want. Large generators, interesting. More captain's office stuff. Sulfur processing. Okay, there's some stuff that I can't really remember, but it's cool that we're getting to it. We want to try and fill out everything here and then move on to the next stuff. Yep, really. So we are basically running out of oil here, right? Yeah, we're pumping this oil. Let's have a look at the overlays. Is there any other oil fields here that we can tap? I think we've tapped the one. There was one over here that we've tapped already. Okay, good. Fine. So nothing nearby. We are doing rubber over here from what? Diesel and coal is producing rubber for us. Let's expand at least this thing. So we're up our capacity for this. Yeah, so diesel needs to come in. So we're bringing diesel in by truck to kind of get it over here. So we can move this operation elsewhere. Is there another recipe for it? Ah, diesel and sulfur. We actually need to go for that one, right? We're not producing sulfur as it stands. None of these processes are producing sulfur for us. We need to expand to the to the to the better options here, right? Output is full. If we look at crude oil distillation, yeah, so distillation stage 3 is missing, I guess. Derivatives, yeah. Distillation stage 3 is what we're missing. Cracking unit. Interesting. Not using that at the moment. We've got the flares. Okay, so go back over here. So distillation stage 3. Got soybean farming. We've already found the soybean stuff. We did find the wheat, I think, and then we've got like bakeries and stuff. So we'll go into this kind of farming as we go. Okay. Just wanted to have a quick look here. We've got sulfur processing, which is of interest. And we've got this one, which is of interest. Chemical plant paper. Wow. Where's distillation stage 3? Just want to see. Ship's bridge. Still locked due to what? Due to this. Huh? Why would ship's bridge 3 be a red color? I don't know. Research lab 2. Radar system. Missing radar system? That's interesting. I don't know why. So advanced diesel. Is sulfur processing giving us that's the sour water strip. Fertilizer. I don't know when we pick up. Oh, chemical plant. Not sure when we're picking up the next big thing here. But anyway, we've got cooling towers coming in. Chicken farm, fermentation tanks, better power generation, thermal desalination, which is the better option than the one we potentially have, hydrogen cells, forming cracking, naphtha processing. This is the one. Distillation stage 3 is naphtha processing. So it is quite a bit. It's quite a bit away. We can make a line to get there, but it's a fair bit away. So just continue the journey of building these things out. Let's have a quick look. Can we expand our operation here at all? I guess yes, we can. So what I want to do is let's upgrade this guy. Right, we can upgrade that guy so we at least keep pace over here. These guys should be able to keep pace. Let's do that. Let's expand our operations here a little bit more. I think that's the plan. We don't necessarily need this one to be expanded. What we might do is we might upgrade that, and then I'm thinking let's at the very least start expanding here a little bit more. Let's get a little bit. Let's get moving here a bit. So let's up it there. No. Let's go back down a level. Up to there. Okay. And what we want to do is go down a level. Get it to tie in here. Go up a level. No. Go up a level. There we go. Go down a level. Tie it in over there. Beautiful. Now let's go ahead and go and build all of this. And we want to copy our settings from there to here. Okay. And then what we'll do is we will pump out a little bit more of this stuff. So get the guys to come in and do that for us. I believe we're in reasonable shape with all of this. That is moving fairly quickly. You know what? I'm going to go and just go ahead and upgrade all of these, right? So let's upgrade that, that, and that so that we can continue to move things in here a little bit. This is where we're getting impure copper from elsewhere to come in. Everything else should be, everything here is in very reasonable shape, I guess. So that's good. We're not even necessarily needing to expand that just yet, but all of this is expanding. So let's get that expanded. We could up our game here a little bit more. Rubber is going to be slightly more of an issue, but we are trying to manage that a little bit more and trying to speed up our research. So research is now doing pretty well. We've got 2 of them operating, and we've got lots of room here. So these are the big guys? No, it's not even the big guys, right? Yeah, now the big guys are coming in. So let's go ahead and also upgrade these 2. Yeah, so that's moving along at a reasonable pace. This is doing its thing. Mind control tower has no designations. Who's this guy? Oh, beautiful. Okay, well let's run into pause it there while we quickly continue our mining designation over here. So sand is doing its thing, but we've got tons of sand ready to go. Oh, actually, we're out of room here. Let's expand that, and what we'll do is we'll also then just edit the mining designation area. So let's just go ahead and do that and do that, right? And there we go, done. So now you guys can run on over here and continue to dig out this this mountainside, and we'll continue to move stuff, dump it over here, and get it all done. Beautiful. So we are, so we've got a reasonable amount of rubber ready to go. Now we did want to repair the ship. We wanted to get rid of these items because really, I mean, we can do more with it, but I guess it's the issue there. We'll not build any more vehicles right now. I don't think we need any more at this stage, but what we will do is get ready for the larger vehicles. That's really the plan. We've got reasonable amounts of food ready to go. That's good. And the electric boiler is finally finished. So if we have a bit of a look at the electric boiler, right? So if we come in over here, the electric boiler does what? It takes 4.5 megawatt to run. That seems, honestly, that seems like a little. So that gives us 2. So how many do we have? So we could run an electric boiler here, right? And maybe, looking at it this way, maybe we should add the electric boiler because we're practically out of this stuff. I guess we should add the electric boiler. No. The electric boiler. Ooh, the electric boiler is pretty good. But, so when I add the electric boiler, it'll be our backup, right? Just to make sure we don't run out of stuff, out of power. That's really the big issue that we face. Okay, so if we do that, okay. Can we clear this one out, please? I want to clear that out, right? And what I'll do is I'll pay for it. I mean, Unity-wise, I'll pay for it. Okay, so we've cleared that one out. That's fine. What we'll do now is we'll add this pipe. Can we? Oh, you know what? Needs to go there. But I'd rather do that and then do this. And then what we'll do is we'll add this one to go in there. And we'll spend the Unity to quickly build all of this. And then I also want to just upgrade that one there because I think that will give us everything we need. Okay. Good stuff. So now I just want to make sure that this guy is on low priority. So from construction perspective, but in terms of general priority for workers, assignment, electricity, maintenance, consumption, things like that. So this one is low priority. Right? What is the... Oh, we need to assign a recipe. Oh, what does this do? Oh, 2 times the power. Ah, half the power. Oh, no. So we don't want 2 times the power. The 12 only. But these guys prepare 48. Okay, so really that's not going to be... That's not going to be a good... How do I get this thing to not work? To not operate? I don't want to operate. Basically, it's operating at the moment, and I don't want it to operate. I want those two to operate. Output is full, which is fine. I want that one to... What's the issue here? Is it about... I don't want this thing to work, right? I want this thing to not work. How do I do that? I thought there was a way. It's got a low priority, so it should not be working. If I go here... Right, I just want to see. So these guys... A production priority. These guys have a production priority. Allow powering surplus consumers. When enabled, the power generated here can also be used by consumers set to use surplus power only. Surplus mode is useful for generators where unused power would otherwise go to waste. Example, solar panels. Instead, this power can be redirected to surplus consumers. Surplus generators always have priority over non-surplus ones for power generation. Surplus generators. Okay. I don't want this thing to run. Basically, the output is full here. This one is waiting for products. This, I guess, is not full, right? Seems full, though. Right? These guys are fully loaded with steam. I guess what I'll do is I'll switch it off for now. Just I don't want to use the power because it's a bit of a it's a bit of an emergency situation where we can switch these guys on. And what do? Oh man, we can't even power it from that guy. Okay, can we upgrade these? We can't, but I guess there's an upgrade option coming our way fairly soon. We're doing some farming items. Let's quickly have a look at the leveling going on over here. We're almost done with that. What I might do is I might expand the leveling. And to be honest, if we wanted to continue to level, yeah, okay. Well, let's clear out this stuff. Let's clear out this stuff first, so we can continue the leveling journey here, and then we'll go and level over there. Okay, good stuff. Now, what's happening over here? Does the ship need to be? The ship is fully repaired, so let's head out and do some more reconnaissance. We could come and fight a battle over here. Yeah, that seems to be reasonable. So let's head on out that way and go and fight a battle over there. We're continuing to dump this area and fill this up quite nicely. So I like that idea. We've got reasonable numbers on practically everything. We expanded things here a little bit and just want to keep an eye on this. So where are we actually producing these guys? It is over here, where they're running a reasonable show. Let us expand all of these and all of those, please. So go ahead and fill those in. These should all be reasonable. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and expand at least some of these so we make a little bit more use of this. Okay, we're in battle, which is okay. We should win that battle pretty easily. Okay, I want to also go ahead and expand these two, and in which case I think I should go ahead and expand our operation here as well. So let's go ahead and, okay, hang on, what would we find? A radar system. Oh, that's why that one was red, because we needed to find the radar system. Yippee, we got it. Now, can we move on to the next piece here? So let's just head on over there, explore that item there. Go back. Now, we wanted to plan out some flat conveyors over here. So go ahead and do that and go ahead and do this. And then what we'll do is we will unpause this operation. And what we'll do is we'll make sure that we're doing that so that at least we're expanding that and doing this a little bit quicker. Now, rubber might become a problem, but we'll keep an eye on it. We do want to get to the next version of the whole rubber thing. That might be the plan for us. Why did we drop off on power? Just want to see missing inputs. Okay. Okay, so here we have a bit of a problem. So that one is these ones have kicked in. And I guess what I'm wondering about is instead of running this guy, which is the electric boiler, which takes so much electricity, maybe we run a boiler with if I do this, right? And I say set recipes. Oh, we can't run a boiler with diesel. That is interesting. That is really interesting. Fuel gas. Okay, so that is of interest. So we're running out of stuff here, right? Because we're not producing a surplus. So this is giving us. Hang on. I just want to check the process again. So we're taking crude oil. We're producing medium oil. Not enough space for the output, and heavy oil. Okay, the heavy oil is immediately being moved to here, right? Okay. So we're creating a little bit of heavy oil. And then over here, we are taking all the medium oil. We're producing the diesel and the light oil. Now, the light oil should be more. Now, what I'm kind of wondering is this process is also happening over here. And we've got a kind of the old school boiler running over this side. I guess if anything needs to start happening, it's from over here. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, so if we needed to get steam out, we've got surplus steam over here, right? I kind of wonder if that's the plan, that we just try and do coal power instead as an extra bit here, instead of running into diesel generating power, which is not quite effective. Okay, so let us quickly have a look. We do that. Can't quite do it from over there, right? We wanted to We want to run somewhere. So let's not tie that in. And we'll run it above. Let's come back and we'll. I want to run it directly above the water pipe. And presumably into here. And tie it in like that. Okay, let's go ahead and build this thing, because that at least gives us some additional steam to be running out this way, right? Okay, so hopefully between the three of them, that's going to be okay. Location explored. Our ship has discovered a coal mine. Excellent. So that is great stuff. Let me have a look at this. So start repairs of the coal mine. We can't do that yet because we don't have this. This is coal mine 2, by the way. But that's a great start for us to get that coal mine up and running. Excellent. Very good find. Very, very good find there. Okay. I think, yeah, so that has stopped doing its thing because we are using this instead. So now we're actually using more of the steam to kind of get us to this place. Okay, excellent. So wheat processing is done. The mill and the baking unit is now available. So let's quickly do that. Have a bit of a look at what we can do with this. So if we go in here now, let's pause it for a second. And if we say here, we can now run wheat, which does practically the same as everything else. Okay. And then I guess from there, what is it? The mill. Okay, let's open this up for a second. So the mill takes wheat and gives us flour and animal feed. And then from there, we can do the baking unit, which takes the flour plus water and gives us bread. Okay, and then we also have the anaerobic digester, which can take wheat and turn it into fuel gas and compost. That is interesting. So I guess something like biofuel. And the mixer can take wheat and turn it straight into animal feed. And we can burn animal feed, or we can use animal feed in the boiler to generate steam. Okay, that's an interesting mix, because immediately looking at this, we're not going to have animal feed. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going on getting the corn farming up and running. Maybe I don't go straight into baking. We don't necessarily need all of this just yet. Oh, what I wanted to do is actually switch on this one. Let's consume less there if we can. Okay, we've got more trees that we need to be removing. So let's go and move this to the next spot. I mean, I want to go in here, but I guess the first thing we need to do is just clear out this. I'm thinking if we can, actually, can we just start by sending one over there to go and do it? Get off over there, grab that one. Actually, I might just do all of this. We'll maybe leave that slither in there, but let's get all of that going, because that might be in the way of our mining operation just more broadly. We'll do that. I don't think we've got too much surplus of things that we need to work on. We have been, we've got still extra people ready to do it. We're moving through this fairly quickly. Reducing that reasonably well. We're going pretty gangbusters over here. The rubber is my biggest worry. That will start running into problems with the rubber, basically. These guys are having got more than enough going for them. So that's pretty good. This is all kind of, what are we doing? Why are we waiting? Are we're out of, oh, we're out of water. We don't have enough water over here. That is an interesting one. Do we have, hang on. Do we have water to be extracted in this area? Not really. And I don't necessarily want to use more of this groundwater, right? This one is kind of keeping pace. So I guess the issue here is we don't actually have a spot where we can add another one of these guys to catch more rainwater. But I like the idea of doing a nice big rainwater catch and then putting it in there. I think that'll work, right? So let's do, yeah, this should work. So let's do something pretty sizable. We'll leave some room here. We're gonna run it on this one. So we needed something like that, really. Let's do this, that. Do we give ourselves a little bit of room here and put a tank in there? I think so. Let's do that. Let's do the reservoir first. So if we wanted to, say, grab a fluid storage, put it in, that will actually work. So let's do it there. This is fluid storage 2. Okay, that's fine. Then if we go ahead and copy this guy, do there and here, basically, right? Okay, good. So let's do that. And we also do this. We'll do this, and we was that didn't actually work. So let's cancel that one. We'll go there and in there, and we'll go here and in there. Beautiful. And all we do is we run out one of them all the way. Do that. I like it. Okay, so that, I'm hoping that gives us a ton more stuff, right? So go ahead and build up on this and that. And hopefully that gives us a lot more water that we're just generally capturing from rain to be able to continue that. But I don't want to run out of this, basically. We still haven't built the wheat farming. We'll leave that in for now because it's going to take a little bit more for us to get there. But the plan would be that we try and catch as much water as we can for this entire process. Interestingly, we are able to completely run this setup from these catchments here. It is full. So we've got tons of rubber ready to go. This guy needs a bit of a repair, so let's get that moving. What's happening with our food situation? Yeah, food is good, right? We've got way more vegetables than we need necessarily. So I'm kind of wondering if we go back and do some more potatoes. Fertility equilibrium. Oh, it's pretty low at some of these. That's all good. That's pretty good. This one is not ideal. This one is struggling a little bit. So maybe what I'll do is once this is done, once this guy is done, I'll maybe stop that one. And what we'll do is we'll just do none over there. Get that guy to finish off. And then once that's finished, we'll do a none version over here as well. And so we get that equilibrium up a little bit more. Yeah, it's starting to move up. I like it. Natural replenishment as well. Corn farming. Okay, so once this one is done, we'll drop this off, and we'll go straight back into that one, and just start going back and forth between these two. I think that'll be a better natural equilibrium. We'll start getting a little bit more potatoes in here because we've got so much vegetables stacked up ready to go that that we're all good there. All good there. Tree harvester has no trees. That's good. That is a good thing. That is a good thing. We wanted that situation. So now let's get the rest of this going, and let's have another look at leveling stuff for us. Yeah, this is not, I don't know. Anyway, that'll take us a bit of time to get all of that sorted out. But this is topsoil, right? Are we dumping this in here? I'm just wondering, because this is soil. I'm kind of wondering if I should have some soil containers somewhere so we can do a top layer of soil, which we can then later use. I think maybe that's a smart idea instead of just dumping it in there in the middle of it, like, because we've got some bits of everything in there. If we wanted to, like, if I said, let's do a farm, I just wanted to see. Oh, it's not really big enough. Yeah, but see, we can't do the farm over the top of that area, so it doesn't actually want to work because the ground's not farmable. But that's why I guess we need to potentially just store it somewhere. And I'm guessing we could store it over here a little bit. This is all running no problems. Okay, let's just create a few spots where we can store some of the soil, really. I might just do it here. Actually, hang on. No, but the dump, right? We go here, the stacker. Dumps material from connected conveyor belts directly on the terrain. Supported products includes all of those. But I guess I don't necessarily want to create a big dump. I'd rather just keep a lot of the soil together. So how much soil does one of these take? Like 16, 20 per truck. And then, okay, so let's just, if we wanted to, right, not dump the soil, but instead save it somewhere for later potential use, right? I mean, where do we place it? I don't want to get in the way here. This could be a too big operation. I don't want to move it. So I don't necessarily want to have it in the way there. Maybe this spot here is not bad. Let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 400, right? So 40,000 would be 10 of them. Okay, so what I think we do, I think we just put 10 of them. All right, we'll just do 10 of them. We'll link them together over here, like so. Don't do that. Give me the R button so we can link them together. Yeah, so go nuts. What we want to do here is we want to store soil or dirt. We want to copy that and paste it in all of those. And yeah, and make and go ahead and build all of this. This will take a little bit to build, right? Yeah, this would be pretty pricey. Actually, we won't be able to afford it. But once we build that, and I guess the question is that worth it? Then what we'll do is we'll take whatever soil we take out of here will be stored in this location, and we can put it layer somewhere else and create some more farming land over the top of something like this potentially. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to need it, but I don't want to just dump soil in here where it's going to be impossible for us to get it back if we need to. Rather just do this with rock and the likes, not use the useful products. But I guess what we'll do is we'll leave it there. We're still kind of slowly making our way through this. We've got a reasonable supply of everything over here. I think everything is kind of doing its bit. Is this filling up with water? Not really. I haven't seen a bit of a spot of rain in quite a while. Actually, now it's going to start raining. But we're not running out just yet. But I guess we need to notify if this is empty, because that is a bit of a challenge for us if we can't continue that journey. So hopefully this guy will fill up with water pretty niftily, because these guys do create a fair bit of water from rain. But quite a few of them. And I mean, and we're not using a lot of water over here. We're just doing it a little bit quicker now. We're trying to fill these things up. So hopefully, a few stints of rain is gonna help us quite a lot. We're gonna finish off corn farming, and then we're gonna do the organic fertilizer, and then we're gonna get into the big stuff over here. So, guys, come back in the next episode where I'm sure we will continue into construction parts number 3. That's gonna be the next big thing. But for now, things are pretty stable and relaxed. See you next time. Bye bye.